Hello! I told you I wanted to experience more of the Middle Eastern perfumes, and so today I have two new perfumes for you today. Just a small little haul for you, but I wanted to share with you my newest additions to my Arabic perfume collection. So the first one is a musk perfume, and I only bought it because I was searching for Eclair by Lattafa, and I finally got it. And the shop had, it was like a Lattafa licensed shop or something. So they only had Lattafa and I guess other brands that are under the umbrella. So I added this to my cart and I thought, might as well look for others. And then I saw this. And a few days before, I saw a TikTok of a German TikToker. She's very big and she has a lot of random recommendations, but also beauty and perfume. And she was raving about this perfume. She was like, run, don't walk, get this perfume. It's the best. So when I saw that they had it in stock and it was very inexpensive, I just added it to my cart because I love musk in perfumes in general, but I also love pure white musk. I was the biggest fan back in the day of white musk by the Body Shop. So I was thinking, if this smells like the Body Shop or better, I'm very happy. So I got this. It actually looks quite beautiful. And I think this was like 12 euros. And you got a perfume, but also my husband was very confused when he saw that this, which is a perfume spray. I don't know what exactly this is supposed to be. Is it like a body spray? Is it like a hair mist or whatever? But yeah, you have this maybe for travels. And then you have this bottle, which looks actually quite nice, I would say, especially if you consider the price point. I mean, the printing on here is like very cheaply made, and I think if I touch this bottle too much, then it will rub off, I guess, but let's see. But it's very heavy, very weighty. The cap has like a leather lining or something, like faux leather. But the most fun part is it looks like this. So it has pearls inside that are moving. There's this Chopard watch. It's iconic and it's basically like that, but with diamonds in the watch. And this reminds me so much of that. So to me, packaging I'm happy with, because a lot of times the Arabic perfume bottles and packaging and everything is very challenging to look at. But regarding the notes, I'm quite confused because on Fragrantica it says the notes are only musk, like pure musk, only musk. And it also says that this is called Khalis musk now. So I'm not too sure about that. But on Parfumo, I don't know where they have those notes from, because it says it has main accords of powdery, creamy, and fresh, with notes of, in the top, cedar and oud, in the heart, lavender, rosemary, and sage, and in the base, patchouli and vetiver. I mean, it could be that there is more in here than just musk, because it is not a linear perfume to me, but oud and cedar and all of those things, not too sure about that. For me, it is similar to the Body Shop White Musk. So it is this clean, crisp musk scent, and especially because I have the other musk scent from Lattafa, which does have a prominent oud note in there. What was it called? Ruat al musk or something. That one is like the cleanest oud you can think of. This one, to me, is like white musk on steroids. White musk from the Body Shop, but there is something to it. There is something woody. There is something almost like aromatic and definitely powdery in there. But to say that there is like patchouli, vetiver, lavender, rosemary, sage, is a reach, because that would almost make it like a more typically masculine leaning perfume in my opinion, and this one is not at all. It's just a pure musk. Whoever wants to wear it can wear it. It smells like, in the air it smells almost like baby powder or baby wipes, but like in a positive way. Just very clean, very fresh, powdery. This is a perfect scent for the gym. And actually, I smell something floral in here, and I don't know if it's like the lavender. I was guessing more like a freesia or like a gardenia, something like that in here. It reminds me a little bit actually of the Knowles 14 perfume that I recently received, which is a clean laundry type of perfume with some florals in there. But this one is 12 euros. And the performance is quite good. I mean, there are definitely 15 euro perfumes with like 2 to 3 hours of wear. This one is not one of them. This you can smell for hours and hours, especially if I go to the gym. I love to wear perfumes like that because they make me feel very clean, and especially in an environment like that where you also smell different kinds of smells. I love to have something very crisp and clean on. And I spray it when I am home, and when I go back to have a shower, it's still as strong as if I just sprayed it. So that's crazy to me. So anyway, this is Pure Musk by Lattafa. And the next one looks like this. So I think, yeah, this is again from Lattafa, but from the Pride range, which I don't know what that stands for. But the packaging is a little bit more luxe. It's like satiny, I would say. And this one is just like a matte packaging. So the packaging itself seems a little bit more sturdy and luxurious, but it's still just a normal packaging. And you have the imprint of the perfume bottle on here, like 3D, which I think is a nice touch. But what I was really impressed by, this is what you find inside. Looks like a lighter, and it's really substantial. It looks very luxurious. It looks like niche perfume packaging, but the top of the top. Like, so many niche perfumes nowadays come in very, very, let's say, simple packaging. And this one I was really impressed by. Actually, there is like a booklet in here as well. What is this even for? Oh, okay, wow. Oh my god, it's like a catalog. Like back in the day when you had like a catalog for toys and everything. You have a catalog, for example, with Affection. Did I even say this is Affection by Lattafa? And you have the notes here. So, okay, I don't have to look for the notes, but we also have Breeze, Vintage Radio, which I tested already. Raw Human, I think that one is a new one, and I think this is supposed to be really good. Maybe like Sunshine Woman, and so on. Wow, they have so many perfumes. That's such a nice touch to have a catalog like that. Wow. Okay, but only in this one, I think. Anyway, this is the bottle. And I am not a fan of the bottle. I mean, the bottle itself is okay, but this, what is that supposed to mean? Like this, when I first saw it, I was like, is this a grass perfume? Is that like a weed perfume? What's going on? It looks like plants and love, and it seemed like very reggae. Love and weed. But yeah, the bottle itself is very weighty. The cap is even quite heavy. And Affection is not a new perfume to me. The story was that I was testing the Kayali's Yum Pistachio perfume. And I was like everybody else, quite confused, because I thought it was going to be a pistachio ice cream scent, right? And it was not that. And it reminded me actually of another perfume I just tested a while before. And I was very confused about it because to me it was like very fresh and powdery with some sweet touches. But that's not what pistachio ice cream would be, you know? So I think I was a little bit off-put by that. And then I got in a sample order I just ordered this and then another one, I think it's called Jair Pistachio or something, just to test out to see if maybe they would smell more like pistachio gelato, or exactly the same as the Kayali one. And actually, I like both of them, but they did not smell, I can tell you right now, like straight up 100% pistachio gelato. So I did not get a bottle. But when I was on this side and I added Eclair and I added this one and some others, I also saw this one. And it wasn't the cheapest because I feel like the Pride one is like a more high-end line from Lattafa, but it was a okay price, and I thought I am going to wear a perfume like that because I have a lot of situations where I feel like wearing something like that. So anyway, let's get into the notes first. So this one has the main accords of vanilla, nutty, and woody, with top notes of pistachio, hazelnut, and blackcurrant. Middle notes are lactones, jasmine, raspberry, lily of the valley. And the base notes are again lactones, vanilla, and tonka bean. There's also a Zara one I just saw. It's called Moonlight Whisper. I think it goes into the same direction. And I think there was one infusion something that I also smelled in Zara, but I don't know if they still have it. And it smells quite alike. But this one is my favorite take on them. So basically what I just told you about Kayali's pistachio perfume goes for this one. This one to me is not a pistachio gelato scent. I'm going to spray it again because I just smelled the Musk perfume because it's so strong. This one is beautiful, but I personally don't get pistachios at all. To me, it's a fresh, almost green, powdery scent. It's a similar vibe to this one when you think of the vibe. It's like clean and fresh, and you just feel fresh and clean yourself. But this one is, because it's like a more pure musk with some, to me, more classic leaning florals. That's what I smell. It tends to be almost like a little bit on the sharp side. But in here you have, as I just told you, a lot of those milky notes in there together with the pistachio to make it a lot more creamy. And there is vanilla in here, which you can definitely tell. It does have this sweetness to it, this creaminess, sweetness, but then the base itself is like powdery, fresh, and a little green. And I have nothing like that in my collection. Plus, the Kayali one and also the Zara one were very weak on my skin and had basically a very small sillage. This one is also not a beast, but let's say the Kayali one has a longevity, like a performance of 4 hours. This one had more like 7 hours. And the Kayali one, let's say, has a sillage of 50 centimeters. This one was more like 100 centimeters. So better for less money. And yeah, I was thinking I'm going to try it out with this one. And if I really, really come to love it, then I can always go for the Kayali one after that and see if it maybe gets a little bit more deep the more you have it in your collection. But anyway, this one is one that I can wear as an everyday scent because I do like my sweet scents basically all day, every day. But I don't always want a super sweet scent, like a literal gourmand scent that you could eat. And this one is a perfect balance of perfumey notes and yumminess to make it palatable for a lot of people. Also, like if people smell me, a lot of times some people don't love the gourmand scents and it can be a little bit too much for them. And this one is quite subtle, although you can still smell it. So I'm quite happy with this. I also did wear both of those perfumes before since I got them. And I think this one I just wore once. And this one I wore maybe like 3 to 4 times already. So I think that says a lot. Okay, so that was my super small haul, but let me know if you've tried any of those perfumes. What do you think what is in here? Is it just the musk or is there something more in there? Is there literal sage and lavender and vetiver and whatever in here? Very confused about that. Okay, I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.